Hey, gorgeous. I heard you were looking for some tarot. Guess what? I have good news for you. I have some tarot. I'm literally surrounded by 50 decks, but besides that, I know what to do with them. So today, we're going to read about what your future self wants you to know. This will probably be a somewhat short reading, and I'm just going to see what your future self wants you to know. This is a small collective, so it may not necessarily apply to everyone. We're going to put up some oracle cards first to see if this is going to be about a subject that is of relevance for you. And if not, you can tootle on down the road to the next one, which will be coming shortly. But all are welcome. Boy, I mean that sincerely. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, we have some amusing affirmation cards. Let's grab one. As soon as it decides to spring itself from the stack jail, know that it's in. Shall we? Okay. Soul. And we have some tea leaves, ever popular. Pull some tea leaf cards. Okay. Yes, ma'am. You as well? You got it. Sure. Why not? This one. How are you doing? Wasn't it nice when he was missing for a while and we all thought maybe? But anyway. There's some tea leaves. And these oracle cards, as I said, will let you know if this is your jam-a-lam for this reading. And we'll move on. We have worthiness. I am worthy of ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of someone else, and then run away very quickly. So this card is clearly a kindred spirit, but guess what? It gets worse. There's two. Impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through the hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from the good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. This card is very symbolic, or reminiscent, really, of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune goes round and round, as the kiddie song said. And, this too shall pass. Even all of this that's going on outside in the zombie apocalypse, she said, using the wrong word for the right thing. We have the Hanging Bones, seeing the signs. All right, this is a card of intuition. So you may have an inkling of something that you think you already know the answer to, and you're looking for confirmation here. And I'm going to attempt to read tarot for a particular thing that you have in mind that your future self wants you to know the outcome of. That's what we're trying for today. Okay? We have career. All right. So for some of you, this may be a job reading. Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same gender. Lion. Time to act. Tree. Affairs with your family. So sorry. Oh, maybe. Leg. Stepping into a new experience. Cool beans. All right. Some of you may already know what this is. Some of you may have an idea. Some of you are just here for the ride. Watch the weird girl on the inner tubes, she said, about her Gen X self. Girl. Okay. So, what do these cutie pies, these funny, intelligent, smart, tasteful, delightful collective need to know from their future self about such like? Give me some cards, bees. Okay. Let's try 6 cards to start. Yeah, let's make it 8. And this one. And also this one. Hey, you know, I don't make the rules. Hello, kitten. Yes, this would be an excellent time to ask for food. Absolutely. Your timing, as always, is impeccable. Okay. You have the 2 of Swords, a stalemate situation, and or a choice that is difficult to make. And or it can be withdrawing, being emotionally unavailable, choosing not to participate. We have the 4 of Cups. Again, dissatisfaction. All right. So someone is frustrated. And I guess we're setting a tone here of surely what will be your liberation. But yeah, you got to paint the picture first. Good gods. 8 of Swords. Definitely. Okay, so we've got 3 cards of feeling stuck and trapped. 3 cards saying, for a long time, you're dissatisfied. You felt trapped whether you actually were or not. The 8 of Swords traditionally is a woman who is blindfolded and has a ring of swords around here, but they're very loose. I mean, they're not a prison. She could step right through it. And the 2 of Swords is crossed swords in front of another blindfolded woman. So we've got 2 cards of blindfoldedness. And in this particular card, the 4 of Cups, a person is in a traditional deck. We are using a very beautiful but non-traditional digital collage deck here. In the traditional 4 of Cups, someone is sitting under a tree, barely noticing the 3 cups in front of them, and not even noticing the literally hand of God or an angel giving him the Ace of Cups. So this strongly suggests that you've been in a state of desiring radical transformation in your life and feeling very stuck and feeling like there are many obstacles between you and what you desire. But the thing that's interesting about these cards is that all of them say, yes, feel stuck, but not stuck shaped. So there's a really good chance that this ain't for you. And you can, undo this. Why, yes. The Page of Cups. Contact. A new offer. Something coming in. An emotional offer. A love letter. A surprise. A secret admirer. A younger person who admires you. All these things. But mostly, it's just movement. Something happens. There is a catalyst moment coming. Your future self wants you to know this is not your life. This is not how you bow out. Isn't this a dirt nap? It's something else. Knight of Cups. Oh my. Well, a fast-moving knight. Not as fast as the Knight of Swords, but certainly very fast indeed. All right, so we've got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. That can mean that someone who's minor in your life becomes much more important, especially if the queen or king show up. later on in the spread, that would kind of suggest that someone becomes increasingly more important to you and pulls you out of this stuck situation. Dunno. Let's look at more cards. Wow. Cups, cups, cups. 6 of emotions. See, nostalgia. A card of nostalgia, safety, comfort, a strong desire to be in a less harsh environment, a strong desire to change from a dissatisfying environment to one that feels more secure and more familiar and more comfortable, which is really understandable in a timeline like ours right now. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of nostalgia going. There always is nostalgia going up in the cultural zeitgeist, but in particular of late, because things are extremely stressful and chaotic, and we're all kind of desperately wishing for something normal to happen. Pardon me, sip of tea. Or, the other thing that we all wish would happen. Okay. Queen of Inspiration. That is the Queen of Wands. An extremely attractive, dynamic, successful, in all ways, just, the Wands are the sunny chads and the jocks, right? The cute jocks and the cheerleaders and I don't mean that, and I don't mean that as a put down. I mean, these are athletes, right? But they are the ones that don't really know from struggle because they've been beautiful and charming and come from a wealthy family and everything's chill for them and has been their whole life, right? So, right. There's essence of this that's available to you. You are, yes, you're about to make a timeline shift. There it is. The Wheel of Fortune. Something's changing. You're leaving a situation and heading a situation. The actual subtitle for the Wheel of Fortune is This Too Shall Pass. Much like impermanence and worthiness and seeing the signs of change. I like it. I like it when the cards are consistent for me. That makes my job easier. 5 of Inspiration, the 5 of Swords. Something you're trying to do is fairly competitive. That don't mean you don't kick its butt. Oh, and you do. And you do. The Ace of Wands. All right, darling. All right, this looks really good. If you were sitting in front of me and I didn't know you from Adam, much like the situation we're in right here, and you said, what do I most need to know about my near future? I would say, okay, you're considering changing something fundamental with the way you're doing your life. And by that, I mean work or a side hustle, as we all seem to be doing. It's to some degree or another, or some kind of side project or creative project that you are interested in. And you think that it is a saturated field. You think, possibly, that you've been feeling very stuck about doing the thing that you want to do. But there's a part of you that thinks that the field is so saturated that it's really not worth pursuing the thing. But I'm here to tell you something really important. And this one, I just really want you to get in your beautiful head. Okay. And that is, regardless of whether the field is saturated, it really doesn't matter. Who you are is who you are. And nobody's going to do it like you do it. No one is going to do the thing like you do it. Specks of dust. They vex me. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, you little. Okay. I'm totally normal. Not spicy brained at all. Lies. Lies. Okay, so truth. Right here. Right here. Right here is the shift that makes the difference. Right here, no one does it like you. No one does it like you. And this is an intuitive read here. Um, Part of the reason why the competition has no chance for what you're working on is because A, you have a unique viewpoint. B, it's possibly your destiny to do this. Okay? And C, you are extremely charming and more charming than you think. And the world is craving comfort, sanity, and nostalgic things. So I know, kitten, you want to eat. I know. Um, the world is craving nostalgic things. And if what your side hustle, your work, your project has to do with comfort, creating something for people that gives them comfort, creating something that you think is a saturated old school field, and why even bother to try to do something new, I'm here to tell you it actually might be a good idea. We need some cards of clarification. Sweet pea, can you wait for me? Thank you. My kitten, whose nickname is Devil Baby, is a little boyed kitten that's usually fairly well behaved, but sometimes when I'm talking, she decides that's the very best time to ask for her chicky nugs. All right. Need some clarification from my beautiful collective. What is this? What is this? Can we get some information about what the project is? Just so that people for whom this resonates have clear understanding. A nostalgic project involving your charisma that is possibly in a saturated, highly competitive field, but that you can nail to the wall. Also, honestly, Wheel of Fortune could be a soul contract thing, like you were kind of destined to do this. So that suggests outside help, shall we say, to make that happen. What are we doing? Right here. All right. We've got Two of Pentacles. All right. It could be financially driven to start. So it suggests a side gig, supplementing income. But no, I lied. Or actually, this is okay. Wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Hanged Man. Okay. Let's talk Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is a bit of borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. The Nine of Pentacles is absolute financial independence. Making enough money that you have comfort and ease. Most importantly, though, independence in a very traditional tarot card of the Nine of Pentacles. Is a beautiful woman in an ornate robe that has coins all over it, or pomegranates all over it, like the Empress. And then in her garden, there are 9 pentacles, like literally money growing on trees is the symbology of it. So we're suggestive of the garden here. It's landed right next to the Wheel of Fortune. These cards together strongly suggest a large leap in material abundance coming into your life. I love this for you because it's better than just like a little side gig that brings some money in. It actually is the kind of side gig that frees you from a stuck situation, that allows you to live alone if you couldn't afford to live alone. In fact, this card has a special subset definition of aloneness and pleasure in that aloneness. Okay. You allow people into your life, you allow someone in, but it's your gig, it's your house, and you do what you want. See what I'm saying? All right. Now, I'm not avoiding this card. This is the Hangman. And the Hangman, in many ways, is the more you struggle, the harder it gets. This is being handled by an outside force. This is destiny for you. You are very close to hitting on a project, an idea, an ongoing concern that hits in an important way that provides so much income that it changes a lifestyle for you. I mean, this is extremely positive. And I very, very much want this to be true, both for myself and you. And it looks like you go from a dark place to a very light place. And the ace, I mean, it's literally the wands in this deck is inspiration, the ace of inspiration. You are headed for something marvelous. The Hangman is here to remind you that the path of least resistance is one that you should pay attention to. It doesn't mean you don't have a learning curve. It doesn't mean that you don't have important things to know and grow with. And every time you hit an obstacle, you don't give up and, all those things. I mean, it's really important that you, if you are strongly inspired to do so. But what this means is an underlying theme, and yet this is another important idea I want to get across here, is what you want wants you. And we don't struggle and, beg for things. Certain things in life literally need to come to you. Whether I mean, how do I say this right? We do not comb together breadcrumbs and call it fresh baked bread. The Hanged Muse lets you know that you let go and let what is meant to come to you come to you. Pay attention to the signs that suggest keep going. Do not give up the moment it gets hard, but also pay attention to what inspires you, what feels right, what your gut says yes, but also look for the signs. Did this thing, if you're starting a YouTube channel, did this change in your thumbnails or some small thing you did? Did it double your views, triple your views? Pay attention. Do the next thing. Do the next thing. It's saying that the universe is sending you help in the form of small signs, intuition, small happenings, small growth, and you will go from struggling to much less struggle, much less effort, and you'll be surprised. You'll be genuinely surprised. You literally fly over the competition because you have something unique to do. You have something unique to say. You offer a service that isn't somehow unique. You're creating something new, even if it's a familiar thing. Like starting a tarot channel. There are a gazillion, bazillion tarot channels. And also, there is nobody that's weird in my particular form of weird. So, I'm just arrogant enough to start a tarot channel. See, you might be doing the very same sort of thing. And I like that for you because this timeline is hard and you're meant to thrive. All right. All right. Is there is there one more card? One more card? Okay, one more card, and then we'll pull a little froggy affirmation card. I will kiss you on the cheek and send you on your way. Yes, ma'am. See now. See now. The Empress. What a gorgeous Empress. Look at those pinks. Yum. Pinks and golds. like high heart chakra stuff with this pink, gold, and green here. This is good. Follow and look at the starburst in the center of her chest. So follow your heart. Follow your heart. You're onto something. You're really onto something. Don't give up. This could lead to money, comfort, success, and independence. The last thing you are expecting in a competitive field. That's what this message is, and that's what your future self wants you to know. I like it. I'm for it. All right, let's pull a little froggy card. Because these are just cute as hell. I just have to pull one at the end of every reading. I just have to. You? Okay, you. I thank my body parts. Example, I am thankful for my hands and for all the ways they help me. As someone who is literally coming to you as a pair of hands, yeah, my hands are everything. And also, you could be creating something with your hands. So bless your body, even if it irritates you, even if it frustrates you. I promise you, I swear to you, in fact, you are far more beautiful than you think you are. You are more attractive than you think you are. You are more appealing than you think you are. We give each other the critical eye, the most critical of eyes. And internet culture basically creates hyperfixation on details that doesn't matter. But in the real human world, between humans, there is a pink cast to the way people look at you. And so you should look at yourself with that same gentle eye. Okay? That is my message for you today, darling. I hope that this was of service to you, and I very much enjoyed doing it. And if you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm a fledgling channel and I would like to grow. Because growth is good unless you're weeds. Anyway, some weeds. Anyway, all right, right. Okay, so thank you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Be careful out there.